Well, that's right, Robo-Lawyer. We missed out on doing a commentary last week. In fact, we're getting a bit slack, aren't we? We're all getting a bit slack. It might be that time of term. I think the students are getting... Well, I don't think they're getting slack because they've got the assignments coming in. Yes, that's right. The media law assignment was in due this week sometime. Yes, I've got a few in already. Yes, some people have asked for extensions, but what we did look at in the last 2 weeks in media law, a couple of topics. First topic was the contempt of court, and that's a very important topic because you see that issue coming up all the time. And we talked about the difference between civil contempts and criminal contempts and whether or not there's still any difference. And that's right, Angela Learning. And sub judice contempt, that's a very important one because, in fact, that's the one where it's a contempt. There may be a publication which interferes with the administration of justice. And I think we've got a very good example there where that show Underbelly in Victoria was going to be shown, but it's based on real people, and some of those people are probably awaiting trial themselves. So the showing of that story could actually amount to a sub judice contempt, and that's why the courts have been very reluctant to allow it to proceed. Yes, and there's also contempt in the face of the court. Yes, that's where you can behave badly in court. Or there's a whole lot of different sorts of contempts, but the whole thing is if you start thinking about whether or not it's interfering with the administration of justice. That's right, Robo-Lawyer. A person has to seem to get a fair trial. It's got to be seen that the trial is fair as well as the trial being fair. Yes. That's something else in the news, wasn't it? The Queensland government was talking about judge-only trials in certain cases because they were worried that with such high-profile defendants it was doubtful whether the person could get a fair trial because they've been in the news so often. Everyone knows about their alleged misdeeds or the accusations surrounding the person, so there have been talks about that. Yes, that's right. This media law stuff keeps changing all the time, doesn't it? I know it's a very dynamic area of law. In fact, that's the one thing we can be sure of. There's always going to be changes. And in fact, probably the next area of law, the area of freedom of information, privacy, sources of information. Well, I tell you, this week there's been talk about changing the shield laws so journalists aren't held in contempt if they refuse to disclose their sources of information. Federal government's talking about toughening up the shield laws. The Queensland government's talking about clarifying laws about where journalists have to give their sources of information to the Crime and Misconduct Commission. That's all in the news this week in the paper. And as well, yes, the federal government's talking about making changes to the freedom of information laws. So that's all very interesting. Yes, all we can do is sit and watch and see what happens. Yes, but certainly it's something which is going on. And the other thing was about privacy, the right to privacy. Well, you remember how earlier in the term we talked about with the changes to the defamation laws, there might be a change to, people might be trying to sue for invasion of privacy. Well, the Australian Law Reform Commission recently handed down its final report, and it's report number 108. It's a huge, great report, but it actually was looking at there being a statutory tort for serious invasions of privacy. And so these days, it's all to do with people are more conscious about invasion of privacy. What's that? Why is that? Well, I think I can show. One of the reasons I can show is here. I think pull out something like this. I'll hold it up here. See, mobile phone, and the mobile phone which has a little camera in it. Look, if we, I'll switch it on. It's a camera. It can take. Look, if I do this, I can take a photo of you three. Oh, you do look great. Okay, there. Okay, no, are you giving your consent to be photographed? Are you? Okay. Yeah, we have. Oh, pencil dog, you look absolutely gorgeous. What, you want me to put it up on the web? The photo of the three of you. Okay, well, we might. But these things have enabled invasions of privacy to occur, people to be photographed where they're not expecting to be photographed without their consent, to those sorts of things. So they're introducing new privacy laws there. In fact, the Queensland government introduced some under the into the criminal code about and also, yes, the stalking laws, new laws they've got there. So yes, it's really changes happening everywhere. Yes, I guess we will keep up with them. Yes, I guess you won't know whether we'll need a new edition of a textbook. I guess that's a matter for the publishers and the authors, but I suspect a new edition will come out. The trouble is, it's very hard because they haven't finally changed it into law. What we're doing is we're looking at where the law's about to be changed. There's still a lot of discussion to go on with it. Okay, well, we'll say goodbye for this week. We've only got a couple more weeks in the course. Yes, I think everyone will get their assignments in, Robo Lawyer. I think they will, yes. Okay, well, we'll say goodbye, Robo Lawyer. Goodbye, Pencil Dog. This Pencil Dog, you were very quiet today. We took a photo of Pencil Dog and Angel Learning. There's Angel Learning. So goodbye, everyone. We'll leave it there. Okay, now I've got to find the mouse. So it's over here somewhere, and I'll click it there. And that's it.